Hi, I'm here to do another reading. Um, Reading being with the cards I make. Um, these are like different various spiritual Buddhist sayings, some tarot, Kabbalah, numbers that have occurred to me, and I've looked up the meanings and decided to write them down. Um, so yeah, I tend to use these. I'm starting to obviously build it, but um, if I do it for myself, I may as well do it for whomever is watching this right now, because something has, I don't know, drawn you to click on it, on my face or whatever, to see what I had to say or would like to share or whatever comes out. Um, we're all at a very pivotal stage globally right now. Globally meaning like there's just a lot of upheaval and the need to ground in ourselves and not be sucked into the chaos, because all that does is amplify whatever you're going through at the moment, and it just acts as a trigger. We know we're only being told we what they want us to know, that being the government and what have you. But while all that's going on, we're just trying to live every day the absolute best we can. And I can say that because if you're clicking on it, we're already kind of vibing in a way, you know. If you stay for the rest of the video, I don't know. That's up to you. But I don't know. I know I'm going through some stuff. I am in another transitional period, but this was my call to fall back and trust in my intuition and the universe, to creator, to source, to God, to the mother. And trust that all the decisions that I was guided to make to this point were for my highest and best good. And I'm alone. I don't have relations with my family, so I don't have anybody in this 3D, intangible to rely on other than myself. And I've found myself at this situation before in my life, and I chose karmic relationships, you know. Thankfully, not a lot of them, but enough to, in my 53 years, you know, to teach me. And I'm 53, and I 2025 was the first year I was on my own without my son and no partner. Since I was 23. And I say 23 because that's the year I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, I obviously did what I thought was the right thing or told was the right thing, and stayed with the father of my son. Anyway, back to the card read. We're all going through stuff, and maybe there's something in this video that will help you, or maybe you listening and you hear something that could help me, you could share that with me as words of encouragement, of the highest light and love, because that's really what everyone needs, truly craves: connection, love. And I love myself, and I know what I'm worthy of. And I know that I don't know, I just feel so hopeful. And I want you to feel hopeful too. So let's do some cards really quick, and then I'll pull one from the tarot, and let's see. So here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, take these. Okay, so what I can tell is we got some of the major arcanas, number 1, and then some. Oh, okay, so let's start with the first one. The child in us is always alive. So this is from Tay, and he's a Buddhist master, and when you connect with that childlike freedom where anything is possible, when you tap into that inner child, it's always there. It's always alive in you. You just have to allow yourself to nurture yourself and remember those things that brought you that childlike joy, because it's always alive. You just got to reintroduce yourself, That's what I do. For me, that's like making homemade oatmeal, the rolled oats. I know it's homemade, but, I put spices and stuff in it. Or it's coloring, or listening to the birds, because I loved listening to the birds as a kid. Other things too. Anyway, I got to get on to the next one. No fear is the ultimate joy. When you have the insight of no fear, you are free. Very true. I don't think you really need to explain that one. The next one is: the amount of happiness that you have depends on the amount of freedom you have in your heart. The amount of happiness that you have depends on the amount of freedom you have in your heart. Freedom, the way I understand that, the freedom in my heart is not letting the things that stabbed your heart before, like, stop picking at the wound, let it heal. Let your heart be free. The way I view it is like, in those wounds, once you fully alchemize the pain and you understand it and you've allowed yourself to be it and love the age you were when you felt that pain, those wounds, I imagine it, they help illuminate my aura. Like, they become like, the scar just starts to seep this bright, bright, brilliant light, and I attribute that every stab I received from the people that I loved unconditionally, all those wounds now being with the brilliant light of love. 602. 602 is a number I looked up. I looked at my phone number, and my area code is 602. So here we go. 602. It could be a number that you're seeing, pops up for you. I don't know. This fell out of the read, so I'm just going to read it real quick. Trust and faith, balance, family and love, harmonious relationships, biblical, Hebrew, anag, or I'm sorry with enunciations, to cry, groan, or be weary, physical or spiritual exhaustion, and need for comfort. Okay, Greek, apocalypsis, revelation or unveiling, pointing to divine truth being disclosed, especially in the New Testament. Quark, the Quran meaning is ALI 602, verse of light, a profound passage describing Allah as the light of the heavens and earth, a key concept in Islamic mysticism. The next three are major arcana from the tarot. The first one is my personal values system lead me to love. So my personal values system lead me to love. My values, my morals, my ethics, my virtue. I'm virtuous. If your actions are from a virtuous and loving place, it will always lead you to love. That's the number 6, represents the number 6. The number 6 it's the number 6 card in the tarot. It's the Lovers, which is under the Gemini sign. The planet is Mercury, which is communication and mentality. And it is the I love, which is the heart chakra, which I love. Next one is I am my own authority. I have the will and the power to create my life's structure. That is the Emperor. That's number 4 in the tarot. The planet is Mars, which is action and energy, and the sign is Aries. And it is the root chakra, which is I have. And the last one is it's time for a sacred pause. Stillness grants perspective, which is what I'm asked to do a lot. And that's number 12 in the tarot. And it's the Hanged Man, which is the planet is Neptune, which is ideals and intuition. And it is for the third eye chakra, which is I see. I've got this card a lot and reads both the normal tarot and this one. So I guess all in all, it's just saying keep the faith. Don't let fear creep in. Love your inner child. Reflect and be at peace. That's how I reviewed all this. If you have any interpretation, I would love to hear it. Kindness only, please. And I'll see you next time. And I wish you peace and love for you first, and then everyone that you love. Bye.